Good.
Good morning. I am Jessie Lyn. My topic is about computing a motivating potential score. Motivation potential score is a mathematical index that is basically described to what extent a job is designed to motivate you. Motivation potential score is computed by use of questionnaires. The lower the MPS, the more are the benefits from a different job design. Higher MPS imply that the job is motivating and hence ensuring that the job is satisfying and there will be greater productivity. Jobs that are motivating ensure that organizations survive, especially in the changing workplace. In calculating MPS, we use the following equation. MPS equals skill variety plus task identity plus task significance over 3 times autonomy times feedback. People in leadership position normally exhibit higher motivation potential scores. This is due to the fact that leaders start an organization to satisfy an unsatisfied need. This in itself shows how motivated they are to achieve it. The top leadership is also the ones who ensure that the things are done well through their employee. This in turn is motivating factor for them. Job design and scheduling. There are various ways in which job can be designed. These include job rotation. This is a situation where employees are strategically switch or move across two or even more jobs in an organized manner. This will enable job holders get exposed to different experiences in terms of skills and thus enhancing job satisfaction and cross-training and thus avoid the monotony of working in the same place. Job redesign can also be done by enlarging job enlargement. Job enlargement involves the increase in the tasks that a job holder was performing. This will also include training of the job holder. This will greatly lead to lower degree of monotony and thus boredom reduction. It mainly involves a horizontal restructuring which increases activity and to some extent the workforce. Vertical job expansion is also another way of redesigning. Unlike job enlargement, this is a vertical restructuring method where an employee's level of autonomy, dependence, and freedom are increased. Also be referred as a job enrichment. Increases the level of responsibility of an employee. Guidelines for enriching a job. Designing jobs that motivate. Hackman and Oldham identified 5 factors of job design that typically contribute to people's enjoyment of a job. Skill variety. Increasing the number of skills that individuals use while performing work. Example, do word processing, answer telephones, greet visitors, file records. Task identity. Task identity is enabling people to perform a job from start to finish. Example, measure the client, select fabric, cut lasso, alter to fit. Task significance. Providing work that has a direct impact on the organization or its stakeholders. Autonomy. Increasing the degree of decision-making and the freedom to choose how and when work is done. Feedback. Increasing the amount of recognition for doing a job well and communicate the results of people's work. Job enrichment addresses these factors by enhancing the job's core dimension and increasing people's sense of fulfillment. Job enrichment options. The central focus of job enrichment is giving people more control over their work. Lack of control is a key cause of stress and therefore of unhappiness. In enriched jobs, people complete activities with increased freedom, independence, and responsibility. They also receive plenty of feedback so that they can assess and correct their own performances. Here are some strategies you can use to enrich jobs in your workplace. Rotate jobs. Give people the opportunity to use a variety of skills and perform different kinds of work. Move your workers through a variety of jobs that allow them to see different parts of the organization, learn different skills, and acquire different experiences. This can be very motivating, especially for people in jobs that are very repetitive or that focus on only one or two skills. 2. Combine tasks. Combine work activities to provide a more challenging and complex work assignment. Can significantly increase task identity because people see a job from start to finish. This allows workers to use a wide variety of skills which can make the work seem more meaningful and more important. For example, you can convert an assembly line process in which each person does one task into a process in which one person assembles a whole unit. You can apply this model wherever you have people or groups that typically perform only one part of an overall process. Consider expanding their roles to give them responsibility for the entire process or for a bigger part of the process. These forms of job enrichment can be tricky because they may provide increased motivation at the expense of decreased productivity. When you have new people performing tasks, you may have dealt with issues of training, efficiency, and performance. You must carefully weigh the benefits against the cost. 3. Identify project-focused work units. Break your typically functional lines and project-focused units. For example, rather than having all of your marketing people in one department with your supervisor direct who works on which project, you could split the department into specialized project units. Specific storyboard creators, copywriters, and designers could all work together for one client or one campaign. Allowing employees to build client relationships is an excellent way to increase autonomy, task identity, and feedback. Number 4, create autonomous work teams. This job enrichment at the group level, set a goal for a team and make the members free to determine work assignments, schedule, test break, rest, breaks, evaluation parameters, and the like. You may even give them influence over choosing their own team members. With this method, you'll significantly cut back on supervisory position and people will gain leadership and management skills. 5. Implement participative management. Allow team members to participate in decision making and get involved in strategic planning. This is an excellent way to communicate to members of your team that their input is important. It can work in any organization, from a very small company with an owner boss who's used to dictating everything, to a large company with a huge hierarchy. When people realize that what they say is valued and makes a difference, they'll likely be motivated. redistribute power and authority, redistribute control, and grant more authority to worker for making job-related decisions as supervisors, delegate more authority and responsibility, team members' autonomy, accountability, and task identity will increase. Increase employee direct feedback. Make sure that people know how well or poorly they're performing their jobs. The more control you can give them for evaluating and monitoring their own performance, the more enriched their job will be. Rather than have your quality control department to go around and point out mistakes. Consider giving each team responsibility for their own quality control. Workers will receive immediate feedback and they'll learn to solve problems, take initiative, and make decisions. Alternative work arrangement. Flex time. Flex time is an arrangement where employees work a full day but they can vary their working hours. These arrangements are usually established with specific guidelines so that a core working day exists. Flex time is usually arranged in advance with the employee and employer or supervisor, and a set range of start and finish times are established. The total hours of our work are not usually affected by this arrangement. For example, the employee may choose to start between 7:30 and 9:30 a.m. and finish between 3:30 and 5:30 p.m. This arrangement, the core hours between 9:30 a.m. 3:30 p.m. when all employees will be at work, lunch period are usually mandatory and for a set length, to 30 to 90 minutes. Employees should maintain their start or finish time so that a routine is established and co-workers can become accustomed to each other's schedule. Job sharing. Job sharing occurs when two or more people share one or more position or set of duties. It should be clear before starting how these arrangements affect pay, benefits, and holidays. It is very important that those in a job sharing arrangement work effectively as a team and communicate well. Job sharing may be an option when few part-time positions are available within the company. Next is telecommuting. Technology has made it possible for a worker to stay at home but be connected to the office by telephone, computer, modem, fax, or email. This type of arrangement is called telework or telecommuting. What are the advantages and disadvantages about telecommuting or teleworking? The advantages of telecommuting in individual are less distraction from coworker, more flexibility with organization of daily tasks, or better personal time management, saving in time and commuting costs and higher job satisfaction. Disadvantages are isolation, lack of separation between home and work, more distraction from family, potential for excessive working hours, less awareness of changes in company, fear of being undermanaged or out of sight and out of mind. Telecommuting advantages in company are improved employee retention, often higher productivity, less lost hours due to traffic problems, reduced absenteeism, saving in energy, office space requirements, maintenance and housekeeping, and increases number of potential candidates for a job. Disadvantages: contacting employee, maintaining adequate communication between other employees or with customers, and possible delay in customer service.